Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I'm super excited to come to you today with another fresh new episode for your Wednesday. This is a really fun one, split into another part two. So you're going to hear the second half of this one on Friday's show. But we're down here on vacation this week, just relax, recovery, get ready for spring rush. A lot of time on our hands sitting around chatting. So we have some super long shows that I want to split up and get more value out of them so you can process kind of what we talked through. I know I'm the kind that if I listen to an hour and a half show all at once, I don't remember everything that we talked through the whole time. And so I think there's some good stuff in the show that warrants it being split into two parts. Same thing as the Marriage Monday show. We split that one into two as well. So you'll hear that second half with Caleb and Brittany next Monday. You're going to hear the second half of this one with Caleb on Friday. But this is part one of two that we do with Caleb Auman here. And we talk about some of his challenges that he went through when he was growing his first company and running into some legal issues with taxes and back taxes and things like that. And so we go through some advice and things in that. We just talk through a lot of things that we get that I think are very applicable heading into spring rush, heading into the new year in 2024. And so this is part one. I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the length of the show here, and then we're going to drop part two on Friday. So stay tuned for that. A lot more to come out of that show. So hope you all are doing well. Spring rush is right around the corner, literally 2 weeks away for us. It's wild how fast it's come up on this. But we're here. We're ready to rock and roll. Some exciting announcements coming here very, very soon, probably next week on next week's show. So excited to hop in all of that. I can't wait for it. But for this show, stay tuned with a great conversation that Caleb and I have here down here in sunny Destin, Florida. And hope you enjoy it. Let's hop in. Can we ever podcast on the beach? Can you imagine sand getting in these boards?
Oh,
like, it would just ruin it.
Keeping these things like clean or
it would have to be like in plastic,
uncontaminated. Yeah, we'd have to roll down to like a NASA White Lab or something, or whatever they call that, clean lab or whatever. Yeah, it would be so hard to keep the sand out of these things. Oh,
but
that's the worst thing about down here. Like, the sand is in everything.
Yeah, it is. And your kids are at the point where like they're big enough they want to go play in it like all the time. And I'm just like, oh, I can't do it.
Oh, we track so much sand everywhere. It's like
I enjoy the beach. I love the beach, but getting in the sand is just like getting it off. Getting it off is.
Oh, there's so much sand in the car right now because
yeah, you've already got a detail schedule when you get home.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. Brett will take it through one of the livestock named washing barn
with the free vacuums.
Places. Yeah, she's a sucker for that stuff. I don't know.
Here we go. Caleb's been sick since 2021, and it has not got any better. He was good all day today, though. He thought he was on the mend.
Chronic cough. I don't know. And I'm out of medicine, too. Doc said it should have been good by Thursday, so apparently...
Yeah, Doc was wrong.
Doc was wrong. Teledoc was apparently not correct. Or I am better, I'll tell you that. My throat... Yeah.
Well, you took medicine like shots. You didn't actually measure it out, so... that's probably
well... Yeah, I
just look over at Caleb's literally shooting a Mucinex bottle.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm good at it.
Yeah, I mean, from my wilder days, you know what 6 or 8 ounces is like. So that's just the volume's just right. So or 6 or 8 ounces. I'm sorry. Yeah, that'd be an awfully big shot. 6 ounce shot. You know,
you're supposed to be taking like
mils is what I was talking about, which is about
an
ounce, whatever.
In the hospital world, in Savannah's world, it is mLs.
Yes,
that's how it's referred to.
I'd say that would definitely be like what she knows. That's for sure. So yeah, mLs. Sorry, that's the right way. Yeah, about an ounce, whatever. So 1 ounce, you do a double, maybe get wild. But no, I've had this cough, dude, for now since I got back from Colorado over 2 weeks ago. Matter of fact, and I just can't ditch this cough. I've had the cough a week. I was sick the week I was home, and it's so frustrating. But here we are. So, Oh, no, that guy just answered here.
Oh, yeah, the unnamed person.
This unnamed guy here jumping in.
That's no good.
Oh, that is no bueno.
He was taking shots of something else today, too.
Oh yeah.
Some medicine reliever. I don't know.
That's not good. Wonder what that means.
Sickness is in the air.
Yeah.
It's that time of year. It's that time of year. People get colds. Kids get colds, especially when you get around kids. Like, it's inevitable.
It cycles.
It is literally
everybody.
inevitable.
Yeah, it just cycles through everybody, which is a bummer. I for real though have not been sick. I didn't get sick at all last winter, hardly that I can remember. I haven't been sick in a long time. I guess I'll put it that way, which I've been happy with. But man, I got kind of clobbered last week. And I was in Colorado for a week sledding, snowmobiling, and then I got back for a week. By the way, my name's Caleb Auman. Hi, everybody.
You just thought everybody knew you were that pretentious.
No, what I have here is a bad show host that introduced the guest, more so. And
I didn't think you were worthy of an introduction.
Is this actually going to make it on the air, you think?
This might go out.
The first 5 minutes didn't, so now we're here trying again.
Okay, the first 5 minutes. If the first 5 minutes went out, we would get canceled immediately.
As Paul Jameson would say, it's excellence in broadcasting. But so anyways, I get home and I'm like, I got a big week before we go to Florida. I got to crush this week. I have so much to do. We need to get jobs lined up.
That was everybody.
Yeah, and
we were all like, we got a crap ton to do.
Oh gosh, yeah, unlike no one else, right? I mean, whatever. Everyone has the same amount.
Yeah,
of
but
stuff
when
to
you're out and then you're back for literally 5 days, like you got to
the
really
pressure's
make it
on.
count.
Yeah, and so I get influenza, and I'm pretty much worthless.
Is that what they ended up saying?
No, I tested for strep and didn't get. They tested negative for that because my throat hurts so bad. Tested negative for strep, but I was just useless for 3 days, just no energy, and even then, a couple days after, that was pretty useless. And then I got this cough that's sneaking up on me again here. I just can't ditch this daggone cough. But anyways, that's where we're at. But it's freaking go time here. Was it mid-February? And our guys are at home. We run and folks, again, my name is Caleb with Auman Landscape. We're a landscape design build company up in beautiful Fairfield County, Ohio, just southeast of Columbus, Ohio. A small 4-man team of landscape designers and installers. And whatever. So our guys been working on a shop. This winter's been awesome. We've gotten more stuff prepared. We're actually going into this spring
in 3 years at least, right?
The most prepared for spring that our company has ever been. Ever in 20 years, and more so. Because for the first time, last year we didn't get really fully properly ready because we spent so much time working on the building.
What did you do? What kind of shop?
It is a beautiful charcoal black 70-foot by 120-foot, 18-foot sidewalls, 21-foot center interior, scissor truss, shop and offices. The offices are 30 by 70 of that. Awesome. I have more office space than I have home square footage, which is ridiculous.
Is it really?
So stupid. My loft of the building is bigger than my house.
No way.
Yeah, by just a little bit.
No way.
Because my house is 1,800.
I didn't go up in the loft when we were there, so I didn't see the full thing. But I guess it is a pretty big loft.
My house is, roughly 60-30, something like that. So I like 1,800. I'm like, it's like right there. It's 18. It might be like right at 2,000 square feet. My house, but
y'all's house is it's a cool, like it's a very packed in there 1630 like 60. So you're saying like 1,600 square feet, 1,800 square feet, something like that.
It's probably more like 2,000 if I really were to get down to it. But I don't know. There's a garage in there.
You get a lot of stuff.
It's a big small house.
It's a big small house. Yeah.
We don't have. It's ranch for the most part, minus 2 bedrooms are upstairs and this weird upstairs bedroom thing we got going on. But no, it's a wonderful place. I love it. I'm tired of it's old, and it's not old in a cool way. This is the way I describe
like I gotta
it.
fix it.
It's not old like, oh, this house was built in the turn of the century. There was a stagecoach stop at one point. All these cool, which other houses around me have that cool history. Like
really?
They're 150 years old or 200 years old. Like, yeah, this was once called, this was a stagecoach stop along the original County Line Road, all this kind of stuff. No, my house was built in the 60s, so it's just old. So it's not old in a cool way. And all the plumbing's always got problems, like all the coppers pinholing. And I spent a tremendous amount of time fixing stuff, which I'm just sick of. I'm just done with fixing stuff in the house. So I think we're going to build in a couple years, 3 maybe. I don't know. We were going to try to build like way sooner than that. And with interest rates and the companies going bananas, like just we're just going to pull back and
company's going bananas to the moon
and back. Well, we just finished the year of our shop build was crazy. We built that big shop, and it's on our YouTube channel, all that junk. If you want to check it out, whatever. We built this big shop. I did a ton of work myself. 2022 was nuts. That was the year of like survive. Last year was the year of stabilization. We just tried to stabilize and get in the shop and just kind of understand how to utilize the place.
Caleb's down. So wait, let's see, we're in 24 now.
Yeah.
23 was stabilization, 22 was survival.
Just survive the year financially, maritally, and
everything that goes into it. Yeah.
Just survive the year, yeah.
Keep the business operational.
Just survive, yeah.
So what was 21? 21 was like when I really first came on. Like, I remember that was when I really started probably following along with your stuff. Like, I remember y'all working out of the old yard, like working out of the old storage units. Or not storage unit, but that.
Yeah, well, I mean, essentially it was.
Yeah.
It was a storage bay, big, like 15-foot by 40-foot storage locker.
Yeah.
You know, whatever, it's all it was. And then we had some outdoor storage. But, yeah, we worked there for 15 years probably, which is nuts. Time just skips by. And 1 year after another just keeps going. But, yeah, I mean, we were crammed into that thing like sardine can. And, yeah, and we were just trying to – that was – it's funny, just every year you look back and you think, like, man, we didn't know what the heck we were doing. Which is funny because I'm going into this year feeling like I have never known so little about business in my whole life. I feel like I've, like, regressed somehow, you know, in a weird way. Like, my eyes have been opened up some stuff, and it's just like, I don't know anything.
How have I made it 20 years?
How have I made it this far and not been bankrupt more than once? But that's the joke. I've been bankrupt once, but how have I not been bankrupt multiple times? Like, I feel like I know less than I ever have. It's so
that's got to be
weird.
Encouraging though, to an extent though. Like, you made it this long and survived. Like, what does the future look like? So that's what you got to take with you.
It's intimidating, really, man.
Yeah.
It's so strange. It's just I don't know how to articulate this feeling, Jeremiah. I'm serious. It's a weird thing. I really am, just in me being very open. I really feel weird. I just don't. I don't know, man. It's just a weird feeling. I feel
like business.
Yeah, business wise, I just feel like I said, we've been getting some coaching and mentoring from Mark Bradley, the founder of Element, and he's so freaking smart, and he's opened my eyes to some thought processes on business. It just feels like it sets me back so far. Of like, how did I not already know this stuff? Like, it's just such basic stuff. Is like, as far as like communicating with a client, like, the kind of clientele you want, and I knew this at a rudimentary level, I suppose, but I didn't really realize it was that different. And it's just like, and I guess it's not that I don't know. It's just like, I've got to retrain myself on how to communicate and reach out to people. We're listening to this audio book that Mark referred us to called Building a Story Brand. Highly recommend listening to that. I'm halfway through the audio book right now. And I thought our marketing was simple. And it is, but it's not communicating effectively to the kind of people we want to go after. And it's forcing me to focus on a whole different language, maybe. But part of it is just like, we need to get more heavily focused on the fact that we're designers. We're not just installers. And
does that go along? That has to go along with like selling the vision to the customer, because when you do, like, you're designing. So, like, your design process is, like, creating the picture for the customer.
Right.
And, like, you're bringing that.
And just bringing to – and, by the way, folks, sorry for the coughing in the background. I literally was fine up until, like, 20 minutes
Yeah, I haven't
ago.
heard you cough all day today.
Yeah, probably. It's been pretty good, yeah. And half of it makes me think this darn near psychosis thing of, like –
you've got it in your head.
Don't cough.
Yeah.
So now it's like your body's going to be like, well, it's time to cough. I don't know. It's weird. So, yeah, it's one of those things, like – we're having to communicate the fact that we're designers. The kind of people we're looking for know how to select contractors. That's not the issue. Yeah. They're looking for designers. They want to find people with design acumen. And that's what we have. We just have been communicating it poorly.
Well, you talk about, like, things that you didn't know. Like, you've gone this long. I feel like a lot of it from the outside looking in is, like, one, you haven't done it to the level Mark did it at. Like,
right.
I don't know how long did Mark own this company? You know?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how long they ran for, but I'm pretty sure,
like, 15
if
years?
I want to shoot myself in the foot or, like, just feel really silly, like, as long as I've been in business.
Yeah.
He built a $50 million company and sold it. And I've been in, and here I am at $1 million, barely. And then I'd say, well, Jeff Bezos built Amazon at the same time.
Exactly.
If I want to
exactly.
if I want to be a snot, you know what I mean? That's kind of my joke going back and forth of that kind of stuff. It's like, well, Bezos built Amazon at the same time frame.
Yeah.
And here I am. He does by the second or half second the revenue I do in a year,
Literally probably per minute at least.
I think my wife's contributed at least a fractional percentage of that.
Yeah.
And myself too. Once I learned how to use that app, I was like, we need some.
The buy now button. And when you get to skip the cart and you just buy now, one click.
So there's a lesson in business for you right there in this building a story brand of you need to, and again, I knew this, but just not as viscerally as I understand it now. It's you have to make buying absolutely frictionless. And maybe we have this thing called the Hardscape Academy, folks, if you're not familiar with it, but on our website, we find these, this just clicked for me. It's just like I said, I just feel like I know nothing now. And it's just this thing of
reset everything.
It really is we get asked on questions how do I sign up for in-person training or how do I buy the course? And it's I get that question fairly often. And I'm too lizard stupid brain to realize we need to make that more fluid.
Yeah, if that's a question you're getting frequently.
Yeah, and it's just I know that's the thing, but for some reason it's just clicking. And I heard this on that Building a Story Brand book, and it's you have to make buying tabs everywhere and fix problems like that of purchasing has to be frictionless, absolutely intuitive and frictionless. And it's just
that's
what the hell? I know this, but it's resetting me. Maybe it's humbling me a bit too. It's just I knew
it's
something.
changing the way that you've always done things as well. That's fair. And you get in your way of doing things, and it works for you. You do $1 million a year. You make money. Could you make more money? Obviously, yes. But you run a profitable business, but then you get around people who are doing way bigger and way better.
Right.
Then that's what reset. You look at yourself and why them and not me?
Right.
That's the way that I look at it myself when I get in that situation. What are they doing differently with their life that is causing them to be able to do this versus what I'm doing with my life?
And there's part of it I always wondered about that. People like Bezos or Bradley or whoever, you name the Troy Clogs of the world, whoever, people who built big firms, it's then people have done really big things like Musk and
world-changing things.
Virgin Records guy, what's his name? People have done big stuff. It's is there tolerance? I used to think it was personality trait, which to an extent I think it is. And then also it's is there just risk tolerance? Just
100%.
nil.
100%.
They have no risk. They have no risk aversion in their body whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I think it's some of that too. Rich, thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's some of that. It's just. But I'm trying to figure out what these key themes are, and in the meantime, it doesn't matter, really, right? Because I either have it or I don't to get to where I want to go, right? And so I could look for all these things do I have that? That doesn't matter. I do or I don't, and I need to go after it.
But we've had this conversation in depth before, and this is, I don't know. I mean, you could go down such a crazy road. This would be one that I would like to have on a marriage Monday with you and Caleb. I mean, with you and Brittany, and Savannah, How do you do that? Being that risk averse, it's totally different when your family is on the line.
Well, and I weigh this all the time,
and is it worth growing a $50 million company or a $100 million company if you lose your family along the way?
All my heroes are divorced.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
All my heroes are divorced,
and
there's one exception to this that I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know one. That one is somebody that I don't know because
And I don't even know that to be true because other people I thought had it together didn't. And I found out late in the game they're divorced too. And it's just now granted, that's 100% of I say the big entrepreneurs I know. You take a cross-section of America, hell, everybody's practically divorced. I might as well have a divorce on my record. For the record, folks, not that I'm high and mighty because my ex split a month for our marriage. And thank God she did. She's the only one of us with any sense, apparently. And so I might as well have a D on my record too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no.
So,
but you stuck you and Brittany have been together through a lot, and you built a business together.
And at the same time, him to get heavy or whatever else. Like I see how we could tank it easily too if we wanted to, or not if we wanted to, but if we let it get to that, I see how you get downhill in a hurry.
If you say I'm doing $50 million, that means you live at that shop, you live in customers' houses, like you're a selling machine.
I think at that point, probably not at the 50 mark, and probably not at 40, and probably I think it's that 1 to 10 is where you're going to get broken.
No, I'm saying like along the way. I'm saying like if 50 is your goal.
Oh yeah, I see now.
Like
I got
50
you.
is your goal. That
I'd like to think by 50 you got to
there.
figure out where you got people.
Yeah, I hope by 50. Yeah. But the process to get there.
Yeah.
It's not the 50 million.
1 to 10 is probably what breaks you.
Yeah.
As a family or maritally, if you let it.
But how do you do it? Like, how do you do it?
I don't know. Ask Dave Ramsey, I guess. Maybe he did it, but I don't know him on a first name basis, so I can't throw him in my non or divorce group or whatever.
But like, say you do it, it's impossible for you. Like, you can do it and stay married. How is there any way that you do it and actually have a relationship with your children? There's a difference in doing it and like staying married. If it's just you and your wife, like Hormozis are the first perfect example for me. Like Alex and Layla, they're married, they have no kids, and like he makes it very clear, like in all of anything he talks about online, like they have not had kids for that exact reason because they're building $100 million companies.
Yeah,
and so like that's not something that they're ready to do yet in life because that's not their product. Like that's not they don't want that to hold back. Yeah. And so I mean I don't know. I think that's a lot to do with it. And so I mean if your family's your number one to you. Like you can't. I don't know that you can beat yourself too much over.
Yeah,
it.
And
like,
you could say too that Hormozi in that case is holding his family back, right, because of business, right? So he's not destroying. He's going to have one yet, but at the same time, like he's
delaying his life.
He's not created one, and he is holding. So it's not destruction of a family, but it is costing him family situation.
It's a sacrifice.
How old is that dude?
He's I'm pretty sure he's early 30s.
Wow.
Early 30s, I think. Maybe
that's
mid-30s.
crazy. I've been on a kick of his lately, listening to his podcast.
I could listen to his stuff all day.
Yeah, he's really figuring some stuff out as far as like communicating to the masses and finding goobers like me that want to try to. And again, I say do something. I think we want to go to 2.6 in the next 2 years. I think that's where we want to go. We're going to hit our goal of 1.3 this year. 1.3, and if that goes well and Britt and I don't kill each other, my wife and I run our company together, for those of you who don't know of us. My wife owns a company, technically, hearkening back to my previous companies crashing and bankruptcy and all that junk. And if we can get through 1.3 and then go to 2.6, I think we might end up at 5. And then I think that's where I think her and I want to hover the 3 to 5. I think that's what our game plan is.
And
now, if we can figure that out and like it not be a terrible tax on us, yeah, we'll go to 10, sure, or farther. But I don't know. The reality is it's still going to require incredible amounts of human capital, right?
So you get this has been the talk of the town the last 6 months. I feel like, and I've heard good and bad. I've heard both sides. I'm a believer in them. But then I've also had people that have had $100 million companies tell me to my face, don't worry about them. Like, don't worry about them as much as what people are telling you. Worry about selling, like systems and processes. Like, you're going to have systems and processes to get to 1.3, 2.6, definitely 5.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, how many people are getting held back, are holding back their company from actual growth and sales in their company because they're focused on systems processes too much?
Yeah, I mean, even at hovering around 1, if we didn't have just the stuff in place that we have now, which is basic rudimentary systems and processes and stuff, like we would be a train wreck without it. I mean, I've done that whole business where it's,
and that's not to say you don't have to have them. You have to have them. But how many guys are worrying about that at 150?
I know guys that nerd out at that at 100. Yeah, at 100 grand, and it totally shoehorns them into like. But also you look at their personality type, and like me to an extent, they're over analytical. They want everything to be perfect before they move forward. And life and business, you can't do that. You've got to some extent, ready, fire, aim to an extent, right? You can't. I know a lot of guys that really hold themselves back. So they're trying to make every single thing perfect before they move forward, and like it doesn't work that way. You gotta you got to execute and move forward to an extent. So like, there's just God, dude, I don't know what the answer is, but I think for the most part, it's just continually evaluating yourself. Sales, nothing happens until a sale's made, is the famous saying, right? And it is, the work's got to get sold and the work's got to get produced. But at a point, it has to be like all managed financially, and you got to make sure. I was losing my tail at 400. I mean, I was upside down so bad at 400 isn't funny.
Really?
In my first company, yeah, I was an idiot. I mean, just
is that not so wild? You can turn $400,000 through your bank account in a year and you not make any money.
Yeah, and still owe somebody $1,000 at the end of the year. Yeah, like it doesn't matter. The top line doesn't matter. That's the old saying: top line is vanity, bottom line is sanity. That's right. And it's like, and it's absolutely religion, because it just, the numbers don't lie, and that's why my huge push this year is budgeting software. You have to get budgeting. So if you're over 150,000 in revenue, and maybe even less, and actually that's not even true either. I wouldn't even say because of the cost, because there's free options out there. So no matter what revenue stage you're at, you should have budgeting software. Yeah. So I'm going to retract my statement on that, because I was kind of agreeing with Fullerton on that the other day, and I think I'm going to walk that backwards, because it was a cost overhead concept of or issue, because it's $300 a month, that's $3,000 a year, $3,600 a year, really. It's that's a lot of money at $100,000, right? That's a lot of money. But it's no, you can use the free version.
Yeah. Or you can go through something like Payjack's program for $1,000, $1,500.
Yeah.
I don't know how much.
And a tremendous value and a great investment. You will not regret that with John. He'll take great care of you.
Walk you through there, and it's a much smaller investment. Or you can go to Element probably has one. I know Synced Up has one, a free budgeting tool.
Yeah,
you go build
free,
you
Synced
go
Up's free.
Build a budget on there. You take those numbers and you implement them.
Element will give you the program if you're under 18, and been in business for a year. He'll sign you up for free
until you're 18.
Yeah, then the siphon turns on. Maybe I don't know.
But hey, it's still a place to get started, though. I know there's a kid
but you can use the free tools. You can use the free stuff.
The resources are there.
Yeah,
you were upside down at 400 because you didn't have resources like that.
Yeah, and I just and
that's not the only reason.
I was just that guy. I was working 12 hours in the field, and then the last thing I want to go home and do is manage my taxes or my business or see if I made any money that day or anything. It was just I got enough money to go have a drink with my friends, and I'm gone. And it was just that was my life for a long time. And it was just, and then I get into trouble, and then I get into just all sorts of back taxes and all sorts of mess, and then you just get to the point where you just try to outrun it and ignore it, and that does not work out, folks. I can tell you. So if you're dealing with that stuff, and the reason I share that and throw that out there and cast myself upon the altar of embarrassment there is to say that if you have back taxes, or you haven't paid your taxes, or you're behind in your sales tax, you're behind your payroll tax, talk to somebody and get that stuff squared away, because
you're not going to get away from it.
You are not getting away from it. They will find you. The Grim Reaper and taxes will find you.
Yeah.
And I can tell you for sure one of those two entities have found me. Yeah. And the Grim Reaper will too eventually, which is whatever. But yeah, it's just nothing to mess around with, folks. So I say all that saying, if you're there, I've been there, been scared to death, and you can't outrun it. You got to face it and slay your dragon. So turn around and slay your dragon.
Slay your dragons. That would, in the words of Mr. Auman, that's gonna be the show title.
That's a joke. I wish I could take credit for that, but that is someone much smarter than me. That is Mr. Jordan Peterson himself.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.